custody. So with her well-being, being Three of Pentacles, she's looking for the future. She's looking to the future. She's actually taking people's advice, which I'm very proud of her, because a lot of Sun Aries tend to not take people's advice. But she is taking advice, and especially about investing. I see her investing, and getting over DGG. She's very much still in love with him, and I understand. It's difficult. Hi everyone, welcome back to No Light Tarot. My name is Halle. So grateful to have you all. Let's get into this reading. I'm really excited to be doing this. Please make sure that you like the video. You are subscribed. I see some of you commenting, but you don't have like the little red YouTube button next to your name. Please subscribe. It really does help out the channel. And yeah, let's get into it. So I'm doing 2026 predictions. I start in November. I'm going to do 3 per video, and I'm going to do them like a long time. Last week I had issues with my audio. I had to buy new recording equipment, so my screen's clearer, you can see. And I've tested out my sound. It should sound better because I bought a new microphone adapter. So yeah, let's get into it. So I'm going to be doing Halle Bailey, Lipa, and Bradley Cooper. Yeah, so make sure that you are subscribed. I also have the commercial free version, the ad free version for all the members in the membership. I'm going to start off with using the Light Tears Tarot, and I pulled some cards for Halle Bailey, and the energy, I saw like a smirk. So I got the energy that she might be winning some legal battles with DDG. I've been accurate a lot about the reading with her. So check that out. I did readings on her and DGG. I haven't taken sides. I know some people are like, she tried to set him up, she didn't try to set him up. I haven't taken sides. I said what the perception, the public perception is going to be. Because I think they are both in the wrong. I think they were too young to have a child. They were too young to be in the relationship that they were in because they weren't married. And unfortunately, they're going to learn the hard way, which is very, very unfortunate. Because they have a beautiful baby boy, and I just hope that they prioritize him. They both seem too hard-headed for that. But anyways, c'est la vie. So I pulled up the career, love, and her career, love, and well-being. And with career, I get the Devil card. So with the Devil card, I see very strongly that there is some kind of energy around her, that's kind of telling her what to do. She is a Sun in Aries. And while I do love Sun and Aries, I think that they can be very innocent, sweet, and have a sense of wonder that I appreciate. They can also be very stubborn, and they can also, I just got the Tower card. It looks like it's attached to the card. Anyways, they can also be very easily manipulated. And I see that with her. The Tower, 10 of Swords, and 9 of Pentacles. I see somebody who's promising her certain things, certain, what's the word, particular word I'm looking for, but promising her, enticing her with certain materials, money, that she might take, actually. And I don't see it working out very well. So this person is going to tell her, okay, I have a movie role for you, I have this for you, I have that for you, and they're going to promise her kings and riches and all that kind of stuff, and she might actually take it. This seems like a producer type of person, somebody who, when she's in Italy or far away, she's going to feel their energy, kind of be around them a lot. They're going to take her for dinner dates, and they might want to date her, actually. But she's not going to be interested. It looks like an older man. He might be Italian himself. I see him being Caucasian. And I see him like being bold or bolding. But he's going to promise her lots of things. But she's not going to take the bait, because she's gonna get angry at him. I can see that. She's going to be like, "Where is this?" That's something about Aries I really do like. They're very upfront, um, and she's gonna get very upset. Now, this might have some implications on her career because word is going to get around that she's difficult to deal with. So just pay attention to that. We're going to get like she's difficult to deal with. She's difficult to deal with because she lashed out at a producer. But behind the scenes, this man was lying to her, and that was her response. So I have said this about her before. I think she's very sweet. She needs to work on her self-esteem issues. If I were to give any advice, self-esteem issues and anger. Lots of Aries. Work on your anger. It's only now that I'm older that because being a son in Aquarius, I'm a son in Aquarius, and I'm only making this about myself so I can explain to people and the youth. The whole point of this channel is to learn. I don't just want to gossip about people. But when I was younger, I used to get really upset. I used to get like riled up, especially about injustices. Like if somebody's being unjust, I would get extremely mad at them and get like crazy, especially in my early 20s. But now in life, I've learned that it's not worth it. Sometimes it is, but not even to get angry about. It's about redirecting that to being strategic. Speaking up, yes, but not in an angry way. I know sometimes things are infuriating, but when you are angry, you look like the crazy one. It's okay to look like the crazy one sometimes, but all the time is a problem. So with her love, I get the star, and I see somebody eyeing her. Wow, eyeing her a lot actually. Let's see who this person is. It might be that producer. No, it's somebody younger. Okay, somebody with curly hair. He might be like mixed race. See him having like green eyes, hazel green eyes. Queen of Pentacles, Temperance, and the High Priestess. So it might be somebody she does a movie with. He's an actor. I see him being an actor or producer, and he wants to work with her. He sees her. He looked at her resume and he was like, "Wow, she has a following. People really like her. I want to work with her." He might be Sagittarius. He actually gives me like Trey Songz energy. Trey Songz is so good looking. Oh my gosh, I know he's a mess. Well, let me not say mess, but I know that he has bad habits that we all do. He's very good looking. A lot of Sagittarius men are very good looking. I've noticed that. But he's very good looking, and he has this like he's debonair. That's what the word is. And he wants to approach her. She's going to have dreams about him before they meet. And when she meets, she's going to be like, "I've had dreams about you," and that happens when you're intuitive. That definitely happens. And she's going to say like, "I had dreams about you." Um, the Empress, Four of Cups, and King of Swords, and she's going to explain to him, I can't be in a relationship with you right now because of my child battle. I'm going through child custody. It's not going to look good if I'm dating, but I do want to be with you for the long run. So they're going to, at some point, be together in the long run, but not right now. I'd say in the next 2 years, we're going to hear about it. She just wants to keep it a secret until everything happens with the custody. So with her well-being, being Three of Pentacles, she's looking for the future. She's looking to the future. She's actually taking people's advice, which I'm very proud of her. Because a lot of some Aries tend to not take people's advice. But she is taking advice, and especially about investing. I see her investing. And getting over DGG. She's very much still in love with him, and I understand, it's difficult. I've never been in this position, but as a child of divorce and seeing people go through breakups and they still have to deal with the person that the child parent, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. So I do wish her well. I know Three of Cups and of Swords, it's very difficult, and I think she's really still shaken up about it. But what I would say to her, anybody in her position, is let down the guard. That's something in my 20s I was very like, Not all the time, but sometimes I was very guarded and had to be like the strong one. Um, I still sometimes find myself in that role. But if a situation makes you feel like you have to be on guard, get out of it. And when you're dealing with people that make you feel on guard, try to have like a mediator. I would recommend having a mediator for DDG and dealing with him. Somebody like a counselor, a woman that's like soft, who's going to be in the middle of them and coach them to be co-parents, because it's going to take a toll on them and their child. They don't have to win, you know. This whole winning mindset is good for success and competitions, sports. But when it comes to your life, everything that's meant for you will find you. You don't have to win anything over, win people over. You don't have to do that. In fact, it comes across manipulative, you know? So that's just what I would recommend to let down the guard. Just allow things to be. So, yeah. So happy about Halle Bailey. I wish her really, really the best for 2026 and many other years to come too. So let's move on. I'm gonna use the Crystal Magic Tarot for Dua Lipa. Who is the Sun in Leo. I haven't done a reading on her in a while. Somebody asked me to do. I posted on the community tab. That's why it's important to be a subscriber, because you get to see when I post and I take suggestions. But let's see. Lipa, I like a lot of her music. I think that she is really very good at making lemonade from lemons, which is something that Leos, she's a Sun and Leo, are very good at doing. They're very good at, making the best. And Scorpios are excellent at that. So I see, when I saw the image of her, I saw she's also good at like changing her image. I got that like she can do like purple hair. She doesn't already have it, like I always say. I don't pay attention to regular celebrities. My thing is Real Housewives, and right now Married at First Sight. Oh my gosh, I love Married at First Sight. I really got into it. But so if she already has purple hair, I have not seen it. But I see like purple hair with like streaks, like pink streaks, that kind of thing. In fact, Ten of Cups, you see here, her hair kind of looks like that. The image that I saw. So that's Korea. She's going to embody kind of like Aphrodite. You see that? Aphrodite energy, feeling at peace, happiness. I saw that I predicted that too. She's going to be the face of Yves Saint Laurent, which she's great for it. She's beautiful, long legs, beautiful physique. It's not just because she's skinny; she's got a beautiful physique. I don't like to endorse that, but I'm just saying her physique suits her. But I see very strongly that she's really going to find her peace, and she's almost 30, right? I see, especially in her 30s, it's going to be her peak. And I don't want to take away from her older age, because I'm sure she will have even more of a peak then. But she's going to be able, and something I've seen being in my 30s is the best. Being in my 30s, when I turned 30, I was terrified to turn 30. But when I turned 30, 31, 32, it has been amazing. Amazing year. You can look back. Steve Jobs has that quote that says, you can connect the dots. When you start to connect the dots, especially if you're a president and you're not just letting your life waste away, you can see, okay, I learned this lesson because I learned that lesson, or I completed this lesson. Things really do connect in your 30s. And I see that with her, is that especially in relationships, things are going to connect. Even though it's Korea, she's the kind of person, Leos are like this, that you can tell in their lives what they're happy. Like when they're happy, when they're not happy, you can just tell. So, interesting. 10 of Coins, 7 of Wands, and Queen of Cups. So, she's feeling very fulfilled. And that fulfillment is going to go all around. It's going to be a holistic practice in her life. She might even go to spiritual retreats, stuff like that. But she's very, very happy, and especially with love, I get the sun. And somebody told me she had some kind of like tech boyfriend from Texas. Is that true? I don't know if that's true, but I just get Texas. I don't know why I got Texas. But I see them out in nature. I see her being very into nature. And King of Coins, Two of Swords, Strength. He is helping support her in some endeavor she wants to do. She might want to come up with her own line. With I see with H&M. She, like I say, she might have already done it. I just don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, I see her really becoming. Let me say this. I see her really focusing on being the best version of herself, and that's what's helped her attract this man that she has. So with the Judgment being her well-being, I see her looking back. She really is reflecting on her life a lot, on her trauma as a child, all that kind of stuff. She wants to be a better person. Ace of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune, and she's seeing that life is about more than just money. She really wants to make an impact. I wonder what her full chart is. She must have Aquarius and Sagittarius in her chart, because she's seeing the big picture and understanding my life is about more than just making money. I want to feel fulfilled in life. So I really, really wish her well for 2026 and beyond. I see this relationship going very well for her, so I'm very happy for her. Let's move on to last but not least, Bradley Cooper, who is dating Gigi Hadid. I have told you all the story about when I met him. It kind of turned me off, but I don't want to be judgmental. This was 10 years ago, 11 years ago. So people can change. I do acknowledge that. So I see him being like a rom-com. I get with his career, Seven of Cups. I see him acting in a rom-com. It's going to be the well-known actress. I think Jennifer Aniston. I get Jennifer Aniston. Um, Jennifer Aniston, or who's that other actress around her age that's similar that people kind of interject. Um, so I see him acting in this. He's actually a really funny actor. Um, he was in Burn After Reading, right? Was he in Burn After Reading? That's a really good movie, right? Anyways, I thought he was in Burn After Reading, but it's gonna be similar to that kind of movie, like satire. Eight of Wands, Five of Cups, and the Moon. Satire. He's going to play this role that's like kind of quirky, but like out there, you know. Um, and especially with Five Cups, the character will be seen as kind of like a jerk, and that's the whole point of it. I love dark humor. I think it's really fun. Like, cynical stuff is funny. Um, and he's going to be like this like weird kind of character that is going to get mixed reviews from the press, but he's going to feel fulfilled that he did it. It was going to bring out a side of him, the moon, that people didn't know that he had. So with love, 5 wands. Interesting, very interesting, 5 wands. Okay, so I see him wanting the Star, 4 of Cups, to take his relationship to the next level with Gigi. The wheel and kind of, completion, the ring, everything. That's the wrong finger. But she doesn't want to. He could feel she's not excited about the idea of it. And he's been asking questions like, okay, what kind of ring would you like? And she's like, I don't know if I want a ring. Like, I don't know if I want to be with you. Not necessarily saying it out loud, but she's like, I don't really know. I think she's very hesitant uh, to get married. I think she saw her parents. You know, when you're a child of divorce, a lot of us are very hesitant to get married. But I also just think that he's not the right guy for her, honestly. I just don't think that she realizes it or wants to realize it. 5 discs, which is Pentacles in a traditional deck, 5 swords, and a death card. And I see this relationship being over very soon. This year, 2026. I thought last year, but so with his well-being being 10 of Pentacles, I see him producing 3 movies. See him producing 3 movies: The Lovers, King of Cups, and The Hanged One. And one of them is going to be about um, a grandmother, something like an older woman who's looking back on her life and wishes she could, kind of similar to The Notebook, but I found The Notebook to be very cheesy. Oh my gosh, extremely cheesy, but you know, it is what it is. Uh, but it's going to be like a less cheesy version of The Notebook. And I think because he had a strong connection with his grandmother, it's going to remind him of that. And I think he he is a Sun in Capricorn, and a lot of Sun in Capricorns um, are very good at getting the truth from situations. And I think he's going to try to pull the truth in one of his movies that he's producing. He's going to pull, or directing. I see him directing actually, and he's going to pull the truth from this older woman who's going to tell stories about her life. Um, it's going to be like a memoir, but like a sweet memoir, to remind us to live fulfilled lives. So that's what I have, you guys. I really wish him well. I see him trying to be in a good relationship, um, but I just don't think she's what, almost 30. I don't think she's in the mind space to be there yet. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe. Take care.